Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, January 2nd, 2026. Happy New Year. Let's take a look at the charts. I could talk about this one, and I will briefly, but I'm going to show the same version of these formations, or at least the 422.92 on the daily chart. This is an 8-9 month channel structure we tested a month and a half, 2 months ago, and after testing it, we mentioned how you can anticipate, that is to say, go long at this channel bottom, anticipating upward continuation to the 531.09 6-year rising channel top, where we actually could top out on a quarterly, possibly through 2026 basis. Now, we are expecting that a 522.92 formation, this assuming we close in part today, the week itself, below last week's low. Last week, we put out a new all-time high, and then on Monday, we opened, gapped below the previous week's low, the low of the weekly high. That in itself is a sign of weakness. But what also occurred earlier in the week is a violation of this rising channel support at 475.44. There's also a 478.07, a more horizontal structure that is almost 2 weeks. It is this mid to upper 470s, 475.44 to 478.07, that can contain buying through next week if tested. I doubt it today. And below which we still maintain the 423.36 rising channel bottom as a 2 to 3 week objective. So we're only a few days into it and probably a third of the way to reaching our objective. 440.81 on the way down, a 50% downside retracement from that November low against the December high can contain daily selling pressures. It is in reach today below 454.50. 454.50 is a 3/8 Fibonacci, and so it is able to contain intraday, possibly daily highs, day traders, below which 440.81 in reach today, day traders, where we could place a daily low.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
Now, 3 to 5 day swing traders have been told that 440.81 has been an objective since earlier in the week when we closed below this channel structure at 475.44. And so, that is still in play. This is an area to take profits. That would be 4 days into a 3 to 5 day sell signal. And if we do close below 440.81, then our longer term objective, that is to say our 2 to 3 week objective, is likely to be realized by the end of next week or sooner, probably within 2 to 3 days given present volatility. 423.36 is on the daily chart. That which we find on the weekly chart at 422.92 can contain selling through January, even through the first quarter, and from here we can round back up yet again into the 530s. If we do close below 422.92, there's the very real risk of a continued unwinding through Q1 all the way back to 325.57, which is a long-term rising 2/3 speed line on the daily chart. This is your channel bottom at 423.36, 422.92 on the weekly chart. If we close below this area, which is obviously not going to happen today, but could certainly by the end of next week, if we did close below 423.36, I'm going to call 368.92 a 3 to 5 week objective. I believe this is a 50% downside retracement that lines up nicely with the high that was put out in spring earlier this year, May, June highs. And then over the following 2 to 3 months of closing below 423.36, we can anticipate 325.57, which also lines up pretty well with the longer-term 5/8 Fibonacci over the last several years. And we'll show that in greater detail if this event were to occur. That is to say, if we were to close below 422.92. Let's cover the upside. And I will go back to this chart, 475.44. Actually, I'm going to go back to this chart. And this is not going to happen today, but, we could do this in stair-step fashion where we actually close today, for instance, above 454.50. That would be a stabilizer that would allow this market to recover by the end of next week into the mid to upper 470. So, 454.50 is what I would call a soft pivot point, below which 440.81 is likely within a day or two. And if we close back above 454.50, that does neutralize this short-term bearish momentum, and I will use the word allow, not necessarily indicate, but allow upward rotation, recovery back into what is essentially the upper 470s by the end of next week, where we could top out through the following week and fall back into the 420s within 2 to 3 weeks. So there you have it. It would be, by the way, a settlement over the next week or two back above 478.07 that would shift our focus decisively back into the bullish column. I would expect within, and you could see this 423.05 to 431.09 region that's right about here in the chart. If we were to close above 478.07, just another 2 to 3 weeks away from then reaching it. But right now, it's a big pause. We opened and closed this week below 473.82, which is smack dab in the middle of that 475.44 to 478.07 area. And if we do close back above it, it closes that gap and it sets off a buy signal that should, within 2 to 3 weeks, yield that 523.05 up to the 531.09 region. 523.05 is, and I don't think we show it anywhere. No, we really don't, but it is basically this rising channel top that is the sister formation to the 423.36 channel bottom. This area, once again, able to contain buying through Q1, quite possibly through all of 26. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. If you're looking for NVIDIA, it's at wickedstocks.com now, where it's joined a suite of other daily analytical videos, including the SPY and Triple Q report, weekly analysis in Apple, the S&P 500, and NASDAQ 100, as well as 2 individual stock picks every week. You get that all for one subscription price, and we offer a 14-day, 2-week free trial that you can activate at any time. So I'll leave it to you. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Tesla report, and you have a great weekend.